Hi Virgo, this is your November 22nd through November 28th weekly tarot reading. I do 5 separate spreads in my weekly readings. We'll have a spread on new love, a separate spread on love in an existing relationship or marriage. I'll do an X spread. We'll talk about your work, your business, and your finances, and we'll see what you're not expecting to happen this week. Please like, subscribe, and share this video to support this channel. This first spread is on new love this week. We have the Hangman clarified by the Seven of Cups. We have the Two of Pentacles. We have the King of Wands clarified by the Four of Wands. In the potential outcome, we have the Wheel of Fortune with Justice and the Two of Cups. And we also have the Eight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You could also be dealing with Libra. To be honest with you, Virgo, this feels like a process. This feels like a project. I don't think you're going to be convinced that this person is the real deal. You're not going to be convinced they're ready for a commitment, but I think they are. The cards are saying they are. They'll just have to do some convincing. They'll have to do something for you to show dedication, and I think they will. They'll come through. Right, so it is a project. It is a process here. The first card that came out is the Hangman, and is clarified by the Seven of Cups. We also have the Two of Pentacles right next to it. All 3 cards are talking about you putting this person on hold, or you're just waiting for them to prove you, to show you that they're serious, that they're not a player. The King of Wands could come through as somebody who is, a very attractive individual. It could be somebody who is very passionate, very fiery. It could be somebody who talks to everybody at a party, So perhaps you think, I don't know if this person is somebody whom I want to be in a relationship with, if they're going to be all over the place, right? So you're going to be really confused. You'll be weighing your pros and cons, but basically waiting for this person to not just talk the talk, but also walk the walk. And that is very typical of Virgos. I'm not judging you, it's just the way you are. You'd like to know what happens a week from today, a month from today, and that's, to me personally, that's a sign of planning. I wish I was like that. And perhaps this King of Wands, they're not going to be exactly that type of a material, that type of a person. They could be, very fiery, very passionate, all over the place. Right. The King of Wands, however, is clarified by the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is one of the commitment or marriage cards, right? So yeah, this person does want this. They'll just have to prove it to you. We have the Eight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck all the way to your right. You could be working with this person, or they could be associated in some shape or form with the way you make your money, right? But again, the Eight of Pentacles is a card of dedication, so perhaps, since this card is on the bottom of the deck, this is the focal point. This is what this King of Wands needs to do. They need to show you that they are ready to put time and effort into it, that they're the real deal, that they're going to be there for you for years and perhaps decades and decades to come, right? And I think they will eventually get the point, and they will eventually, come through. Right, in the potential outcome, we have the Wheel of Fortune with Justice and the Two of Cups. So the potential is there, and the potential is great. The Wheel of Fortune is the start of a new cycle, a very fortunate new cycle. And Justice is the personal Libra card. You could be dealing with a Libra, but Justice could represent the legal system. And by that I mean, you got to have somebody who's got the authority to marry other people. So Justice could be an actual person, like a county clerk, a minister, or a priest. Or it could be an actual place where people get married, like a chapel. Or Justice could simply be, karma. You're actually getting what you deserve with this person. Once they get in line with what your vision of how a relationship is supposed to be, then you can give them a chance. Speaking of chances, the last card that came out is the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is a soulmate card. So this person is your soulmate. Right? So that's why you're not brushing them off right away, because you intuitively feel this connection. Perhaps they're just not, it kind of reminds me of a fruit on a tree. So you come to a tree and you look at an apple or a fruit, and it's almost there. It's almost ready to be picked, right? And you're like, perhaps you think that this person requires a little bit more work for them to finally, get there. So you could pick one, so to speak, right? Figuratively speaking. And perhaps you're just trying to decide whether you want to put effort into this person, to help them. Because I know Virgos are very nurturing people, and nobody works harder than a Virgo. Perhaps you look at this person as a project. That's why I'm getting the word project right now. And you're thinking to yourself, is it going to be worth my time to get this person to where I want them to be? Right? But the potential is there. The Two of Cups is one of the best cards when it comes to work business. I mean, the Two of Cups is one of the best cards when it comes to love. And again, it could be somebody you work with, right? A tricky situation, Virgo. I think it's going to be up to you what you want to do here. But yeah, it could work out. It could work out with those three cards being in the potential outcome, and the King of Wands being clarified by the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands, like I already mentioned, is a commitment or marriage card. So it's all in your hands, perhaps literally, Virgo. All right? Cool. Virgo, if you are already married or if you're in a relationship, this spread is for you. We have the Ten of Cups, we have the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Ace of Wands clarified by the Lovers, and we also have the Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Gemini. So, Virgo, I'm going to try to stay under the PG-13 radar. The two of you could be spicing things up, trying new things one-on-one behind closed doors, if you know what I mean. And it's going to be happening. It's not an external party. Every once in a while I get spreads where somebody else tries to lure one of the people in a relationship out of that relationship, but I believe this is within your relationship, your marriage. Because the very first card that came out is the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is a card of a commitment or marriage, a very happy marriage or commitment. And one of you will want to spice things up, or there's definitely some sort of a exciting offer coming from either you or your significant other, right? And that will launch a new cycle in your life. Speaking of an offer, we have the Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck, and we also have the Ace of Wands. Both cards are talking about the same thing: an exciting new beginning, or an inspiration, or an offer to get something new, to bring something new into your relationship. And I've already talked about that, what that new thing could be. Right? The Ace of Wands is clarified by the Lovers. The Lovers is the personal Gemini card. But I think in this case, the Lovers is basically the two of you. It's all about the two of you with the Lovers card. The Lovers card is also a soulmate connection card. And the Lovers is simply the love of your life, right? So it looks very happy. Very happy, spontaneous. There's a lot of passion here. Excitement. You're just having the time of your life together this week. All right, so whenever I see spreads like that, I usually say in the end, stay safe and have fun. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Virgo, this week. Keep in mind, it could be somebody from a couple of months ago, a year ago, or a couple of years ago, so it doesn't have to be the most recent ex. We have the Devil, we have the Five of Cups clarified by the King of Cups, we have the Seven of Wands clarified by the Three of Swords, and we also have Justice on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Capricorn or a Libra or a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. I'm just gonna get to the point. Virgo, you're probably dealing with this King of Cups. Could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. They broke your heart in the past, and you're not gonna let them do it again. You're gonna kick them out of your life for good. All right. So yeah, the first card that came out is the Devil. The Devil is a personal Capricorn card, but I think in this case, this is a very, very toxic person. This person's got issues, and whatever they did to you, it was just bad. It was just really bad. The Five of Cups, the next card over, which is clarified by the King of Cups. This King of Cups does regret what they did to you. Right? Because the Five of Cups is a card of a regret or grief. With the Justice card on the bottom of the deck all the way to your right. It could be a Libra you're dealing with, but Justice could be a major apology coming from this King of Cups. But Justice could also play out as you're basically doing what's right for you, right? This is payback time. Tables have turned. They do want you back, but you're not taking them back. The Seven of Wands, clarified by the Three of Swords. The Seven of Wands, I think that's your energy, Virgo. You're kicking them out, you're standing your ground, and you may have a few harsh words for them, right? And it's like you're repelling that Three of Swords. It's like a repellent, right? The Three of Swords is a card of a broken heart. So they did break your heart in the past, and you just don't want to repeat that ever again. And that's why you're sending this person back to the past where they belong. Let's talk about your work, your business, and your finances, Virgo, this week. We have the Ten of Swords, clarified by the Ace of Swords. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Chariot, and we also have the Eight of Swords on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with Cancer. It kind of looks like you're fed up with something, or you're done with something. You're basically putting an end to something, or you're getting out of some sort of a situation. You're taking action. You're taking on the initiative, and you're either moving on or you're moving forward, right? The Eight of Swords on the bottom of the deck all the way to your right. This is a card of somebody who's stuck and trapped. Perhaps you're stuck at a dead-end job, or perhaps they've been telling you, oh, you know, you're next up for a promotion, and they've been telling you that for a couple of years now. Some of you could be literally quitting your job this week, Virgos. This is very unlike you, but like I said, you're basically fed up. It kind of feels like this been dragging on for a while, right? They've been feeding you promises, or they've been keeping you in the dark. They've been sort of keeping you hanging in the air. And this week you're saying, you know what, that's it, I'm done, I'm out of here. Or you're moving on, or you're taking on the initiative and you're moving forward with something, right? So the Ten of Swords, the first card that came out, this is a card of an abrupt ending. I think that's your energy, so you're ending that Eight of Swords energy we see on the bottom of the deck. The Ace of Swords is a very straightforward conversation that you'll have, or this is your decision. You know what, that's it, I'm done. The Ace of Swords usually cuts something out of your life, or you're just being very decisive about something, right? Like I said, some of you could be quitting your job, or you're tired of waiting, and you're launching something, you're starting something on your own. Speaking of launching and starting, the Wheel of Fortune in the middle is a card of a new cycle starting, or this is a card of travel. The Chariot, the last card that came out, this is also a card of travel, or the Chariot is a card of victory. The Chariot is a card of moving forward and moving on. So yeah, it kind of feels like you're gonna snap. You're gonna say, you know what, I'm not waiting anymore, I'm not buying this anymore, all those promises, or I'm not dragging my feet anymore, I'm done, I'm moving on, or I'm moving forward. You know, it's gonna be like a very abrupt change in your life, Virgo. But I do believe this is you who is initiating it, and it's gonna pay off in the future. It's going to be good for you, because the last two cards that came out are both major arcana cards, the Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot, and it's all about moving forward, it's all about victory, it's all about starting something new in your life. And these are great major arcana cards. The Chariot is a card of victory, right? So yeah, whatever you're doing, you know what you're doing, Virgo. All right, cool. Let's see what you're not expecting to happen, Virgo, this week. We have Judgment, clarified by the Seven of Swords. We have Death. We have the Six of Swords, and we also have the Four of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. What you're not expecting is somebody to come back from the past. And this person is either a cheater, or they screwed you over in some way. They perhaps stole from you, and they're coming back. Yeah. It could be the same person we saw in the X spread, but it could be somebody else. This person right here doesn't have to be someone who was in a love relationship with you, right? So perhaps they screwed you over in the past and you couldn't do anything about it due to circumstances, you couldn't prove it, and they're coming back, you know. They're coming back. right? It's not funny, but I don't know why they think they can pull the same shit on you one more time, but here they come. Perhaps they're desperate. So anyway, we have Judgment, the first card that came out. This is a card of somebody coming back from the past, and it's clarified by the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is a card of a thief. This is a card of somebody who is a cheater. This is a card of a deception. So if you can think of someone like that, then that's the person coming back. We have Death in the middle. Death is the personal Scorpio card. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. Or Death, this is pretty much you putting it to rest. You're not dealing with this person. You're not even going to answer their call, their text. Some of you will, but this is over with. Right? The Six of Swords, the next card over, this is you moving away from this person, moving on. And the Four of Cups on the bottom of the deck, this is you rejecting this offer. Or rejecting to even, talk to this person. Alright? In your mind, this person is dead for you. So that's what I got for you, Virgo, for this week. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also share and subscribe. And other than that, Virgo, have an amazing week. And there you have it. This was your tarot reading for this time period. I hope it resonated with you and helps you live a better life one way or the other. Thank you for watching, sharing, and subscribing.